down. It was not actually waste. What I have here to present to all of you would look like ordinary waste. Well, to some of you it might look like ordinary waste, but in actual fact, goodbye, these are all recyclables. Now, if you've grown up in Australia or some other parts of the world, you'll be very, very familiar with what recycling is. But in other parts of the world, they don't recycle very well or dispose of their waste very well at all. So I'm here to tell you today how to do so. So anyway, basically recycling, we can recycle plastics, aluminium, batteries, old mobile phones. So many things can be recycled and reused and made into other things. And nowadays they make those other things into other things, such as, did you know that paper, such as this paper from, oh yeah, I was very naughty. I did not eat donuts that day. It was a chicken schnitzel inside, and that was before I was off gluten completely. Naughty, naughty. Paper can make other forms of toilet paper and tissues and things like that. They make them out of recycling stuff. So, you know, when you've got anything that's paper, please put it in the recycling bin. When you check your plastics, such as plastics, there's some more paper, plastics, what you will notice on the bottom or somewhere has a triangle on there with 3 little arrows and the number 6. This one has a number 2. So the numbering on the bottom, on that side, that triangle, identifies the kind of plastic that is being used to manufacture that article. So depending on what area that you live in, for example, in Australia, you might live in whatever local council area. So you need to contact your local council area and ask them, what number plastics do I recycle within your local council area? Most of the councils nowadays recycle all of them, and if there is a council area that, for example, does not have the services within their, you know, waste collection, wherever they've contracted for it for a certain number, you can find out where the closest one is that does have that, or you can even take it yourself to that area, to that waste refuge, to somewhere else that can do that. Other things, for example, look, old skin cleanser bottle, doesn't have a number inside it, but you know what, it's definitely recyclable. I'm going to take a chance. There are some things like, for example, this hummus container that I did say had number whatever on it, 5. Like, and this one is from Coles, I believe, or Woolworths, and they are recyclable. There is another supermarket chain that imports a lot of their products from overseas, and I can't, obviously, YouTube disclaimer, I can't say anything like that, but just check on, because a lot of their packaging, the plastic packaging, does not have any recyclable or number on there. And so what that would mean is if you put that inside that recycling bin, it would contaminate that whole entire bin, so that that whole entire bin of recycled anymore. So we have to be very careful about what we put in there. This one definitely has a number 5 on there. That was a lid from, I don't know, a dip or cottage cheese or something. Oh yeah, my tzatziki dip. So that's definitely going. Vitamins, old vitamin bottles. That was even manufactured overseas. And oh wow, this was manufactured overseas, this particular vitamin, and it does not have any numbering on there. So I could have put that into that recycling bin. It would have contaminated that whole entire bin. But I'll tell you something with medication. So, and if you have like medication bottles or vitamins and things like this, more often than not, you can take them to a pharmacy, and the pharmacy have like, they have it's a different, completely different waste refuge, like like different company completely, and they often recycle these old packaging to make it into new packaging for other pharmaceuticals and vitamins and things like that. So, you know, you can buy the beans and some vegetables in, it's got a plastic seal on there. Often or not, like these would contaminate the recycling bin. But if you put that, there is a special bin down, usually your local supermarket, like I know Coles and Woolworths definitely do. And you can put things like that and those other like packaging from fruit and vegetables and stuff. You can't put them in the regular recycling bin, but you can definitely put them down in the other bin. And it's same with like plastic shopping bags. Like, please just try and avoid them nowadays. But if you do have any, If you want to recycle those, you can take those down to Coles or Woolworths, and they have another like recycling thingy that you can put that all into as well. Also see down in like I know Westfields does, and around some areas do, they have special bins specifically for coffee cups. So you can put that in one bit, that in another bit, and I think there's another hole for like that, you know, to get that cardboard bit out around the edges. Perfectly honest, I've only ever used these cups on, you know, I definitely do not have my keep cup because I have my keep cup. I take it everywhere with me. But you know what, on some occasions I might be at uni, I might be on the go somewhere, and I've forgotten my keep cup, so I will use this, but I always make sure that I wash it out and recycle it, or just pop it into one of those bins if they're there. It's very, very important now to become more ecologically sustainable, because we know what the damage is doing. So anyway, I have my eco-friendly straws, which I've shown you many, many times. If not, I'll show you a photo right now of what they are like. And my friends at Discover Sharks are still giving those away, because guys, what you're about to see, you want to protect. Doing your job for the environment today. Make it a very, very better world for all of us and generations to come.
Walking the plank like a pirate. way. Yeah. Do some snorkeling first. Bye guys. Is it cold? Oh, it's a little cold. Oh.